Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, LifeofaPsychNP. So I'm here today with my great buddies. We are part of the Psych NP group. We did start a new channel, so make sure you check out our new channel. We did just come out with a video introducing ourselves and what we have, what we can bring to the table, and we go over some questions as well. But I wanted to kind of have them on my channel and just ask a question that I get so often, especially for people that are coming out, that are RNs right now, wanting to become Psych NPs. And I kind of just want to shed light on what their perspective on this question is and see what they think about it. So I'm joined with the Curious Psych NP and then the Psych NP. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, but definitely give them a follow. So my question for you guys is that I've been getting so often is, when should I apply to Psych NP school after gaining experience as an RN?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think everybody has slightly different opinions about it. Definitely you need some experience. I don't recommend anybody going straight from getting their nursing degree straight to nurse practitioner school for a lot of reasons. And I've talked about it before, but basically you have no idea if you're going to like psych, if psych is going to like you, unless you actually work in that role. So for me personally, I will say that I applied to my nurse practitioner program about, I think, 2 years after I was working as an RN. And then so by the time I actually graduated, I had 4 years working as a psych nurse. Now, I think 2 years for most people would actually be a little bit too early. I've heard 2 to 5 years, 2 years being the minimum that most grad schools actually look for. And I would say, if at the bare minimum, probably 2 years, but if you can, at least 5 years. And the reason for that is because the longer you work, the more you develop these therapeutic communication skills. You learn how to de-escalate patients, you learn about the medication, side effects. It's very invaluable experience, and you don't get that if you only work like 6 months in like a community health setting or something like that. You do need that experience. So I would definitely advocate that you get at least a couple years experience before you go into it. But the second P, what would you say?
Yeah, that was really good, Curious NP. So I think in a way, an RN versus the NP role, it's completely different, right? So I mean that the tasks, the responsibilities are completely different. In my situation, I had, I think, 5 years of experience before I actually switched to NP school. But 2 in ICU, 3 in psych nursing, 2 or 3 years in psych nursing. And I think in a way, guys, you learn so much as a psych nurse or whatever unit you're going to be in. And I would hope you guys are going to do psych and apply for the Psych NP program. But I think all those things, I still take a lot of things that I remember back from being a psych nurse to being an NP. At least, I definitely agree with Joyce about not doing going straight to the program right away. I think that's really kind of doing a disservice to our profession, especially, just because you guys just learn so much as a nurse. You might look at nursing as a stepping stone, right? But in a way, you guys learn so much, it's almost invaluable. Like no matter what you do, you can't really get that back. I look back at what I learned from the seclusion rooms in inpatient psych and seeing how these medications, affected patients. I saw the laws, the legalities. I saw these EPs, these court dates, these things that I'll never forget. I've seen almost every psych medication in the book in the inpatient psych unit, seeing IM shots, the different Haldol, Ativan, Benadryl, just all these little minute things that you see in person. You see how quickly it works, how fast it works. You see some of the side effects with medications. You see medications not working. You see so much as a nurse that I think it's just invaluable, no matter what what people would say. At least 2 years, guys, but I would say 3 to 5 years, I think would be a good number to have, because I know people say you should be a nurse for like 10 years plus. I don't know if you guys need 10 years, because I think the role is just so much different. But I think 3 to 5 years probably a good sweet spot, because again, like I said, it's almost invaluable.
Yeah, I agree. I applied for my program 2 years with psych experience, and then the only reason why I transitioned out of psych is because I needed 12-hour shifts for school, so I can work full-time and still go to school full-time and still do clinical. So that's kind of why I went out of it. But I wish I would have gotten at least 3 to 4 years just to kind of understand all the different issues, all the different things involved within the team approach. I think that's the biggest thing working inpatient psych. You get to be able to one, deal with the patients, but then also you get to deal with families, you get to deal with psychiatrists, you get to deal with social workers, you get to deal with therapists, mental health workers, you get to deal with the whole entire team. And as a Psych NP, you're going to be dealing with the whole entire team. And if you don't necessarily know what the person's role is or what they're actually doing within that team-based care, then you're not going to necessarily know who to go to or allocate resources from within the whole aspect of the care. But yeah, I definitely do feel like at least 2 years minimum, and then kind of go about it, because I've worked with other Psych NPs that never had any psych experience, and they don't even know how to do takedowns, and they don't even know how to put people in restraints. They don't know how to do a lot of these things, even though we're not technically supposed to. But if push comes to shove and the patient's going off on someone and we're there, just might as well get an extra body on them and be able to help in that situation so all our other staff members are safe. So that's my thing. But yeah, 2 years minimum, at least 3 to 4 years, and then continue to work psych while you're still in the program, or if you have to move somewhere else while you're doing the program. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to kind of shed light on their perspective and on my perspective on how long you should wait as an RN to apply to NP school. And yeah, as always, have a wonderful day. Make sure you give them a follow, like and subscribe, and I'll be more than welcome to help you guys out. Bye.